The season's just getting started, and I want to share some of the major projects that we are getting into this year so far. First, what many of you guys already know, we are converting part of our orchard into a food forest. We have the trellises that I set up. We already have some of our late winter plants, such as the onions and peas growing on the trellises. We made some beds where we planted some of our early spring stuff, such as like lettuce, cabbage, spinach, and other such stuff. And then we also made these beds here where we planted a bunch of annual and perennial wildflowers, and around where we erected this fence here in order to help with bringing in pollinators and beneficial insects who also help with the insect pressure on some of the plants. Our next big project is expanding our use of green manure crops. You can see, for example, we have in between our spring wheat and canola, and pretty much spread out throughout some crimson clover, daikon radishes sporadically, and over there in between the onions and the elephant garlic we have oats. And then we weeded around our vineyard for a few reasons, actually. Firstly, we wanted to grow some more crimson clover and other crops for seed collection. But in between each trellis here and down there, we are doing rows of daikon radishes because they're going to break up the ground. So that way, later this year, we can plant our strawberries in order to expand our patch for next year. So that way, in between each trellis and vining plant, we're going to have a row of strawberry plants as well. And then this open area over here is pretty much going to be like for seed collection, specifically of, crimson clover, daikon radishes, and even some other plants and areas that we decide we want to focus on seed collection where we can't otherwise throughout the rest of this project. It's still early in the season. We still have a bunch of plants that we need to wait until the danger of the last frost is past to get outside along some of these trellises and whatnot. But, we have a bit of bad weather, as you can see, rolling in. So at least I get a few days off and a little bit of a break after all this work.